Hey, I'm Midwest Cloth Mama Renata, and welcome to my very first video. Yay! So who am I that I decided to do this? Well, I'm a mama of 3 amazing little kids. I got a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5-month-old. They keep me super busy, so I decided to add this on because I didn't have enough going on. Why would I do this? Well, I got into cloth diapering when my oldest was born, and it has kind of overarchingly changed my life. I am trying steps to become a more environmentally conscious person, and I like to consider myself light green. I'm working at it. I'm not great at it, but I'm learning to develop environmental consciousness in my life and my family's lives. And I just want to expose people to that and expose them to cloth diapering as a very valid option for their families. I'm here to answer questions, I'm here to help people and provide entertainment, hopefully. So that's kind of who I am. How did I get into cloth diapering? I have a friend from high school who was the first to really expose me to cloth diapering as a option in this era. I know that I was cloth diapered as a baby. My mom started with it when my oldest sister was born, and back then it was the pre-folds and the little Gerber plastic pants and the cloth diaper pins that you hope you don't stab the baby with accidentally. That's not what it is anymore. And I think everybody's mentality is that old style diapering, and that's not it. So I'm here to kind of show people that it is a valid option in today's society, and it's a great option. So that is why I'm here. So she exposed me to that. She had moved across the country, had a small baby. Can't imagine how difficult that would have been. I moved with an 8-month-old, and it was a nightmare. And she did a cross-country move with a young baby, so you are amazing. But she discovered that she had a very small garbage can. The diapers were taking up the entire garbage can, so she needed to find a different diapering option. And she ended up looking into cloth diapering as her option, and she ended up cloth diapering. At first, she was not thrilled about it, but she needed to do it. And my first reaction to it was, that's disgusting. I mean, I get why you need to do it. That's fine. I hope to never live in an area that I would need to do that, because I thought it was real gross. And I think that's a lot of people's first reaction when they hear about cloth diapering. Why would I do that? Disposables are right here. But she continued to cloth diaper, and then she ended up actually liking it. And she would write about and talk about how she liked it. So that kind of all got filed back in my head, and it's like, well, yeah, that's great. Works for you. It's still not for me. But then when my husband and I decided to have our first kid, we were going through the Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. We had so much debt. It was ridiculous how much debt we had. So we were trying to cut, and we were trying to change our lifestyle so that we could get out of debt. And we are now. Yay! That's a whole other thing, but we're so excited to be out of debt. And the things that we did really worked. So we ended up pregnant, and that is my wonderful 5-month-old, apparently dissatisfied, if you can hear that. We ended up pregnant. I ended up pregnant when we're in the middle of all of this trying to get out of debt. And we were trying to save money wherever we could save money. We are also, in general, pretty cheap people. My husband's driving the same car that he had when we first met 10 years ago. And it wasn't new then either. So in general, we try to save money, try not to waste a lot of money. So when we got pregnant, I was like, hey, maybe we could do cloth diapering. I hear it saves a lot of money. And he was like, no. And then I showed him how expensive disposable diapering would be. And that helped him change his mind. He's like, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll go for it. So that's why I decided to cloth diaper. It had nothing to do with environmental impact or anything like that. It was just about how much money can we save. And as I got involved in cloth diapering and the cloth diaper community and learning more about it, I realized that not only diapering, but a lot of the areas in my life were very wasteful, and it had a very negative environmental impact. And I don't know if you were ever raised in the way, to leave a place better than when you arrived, but that's what my parents tried to instill in us. And we're not, as a general society, we are not leaving the earth better than when we arrive. And am I going to be able to leave it better than when I arrived? I hope so. I'm taking little steps to work on that, but I don't think I'm there yet. Man, she is really... And I'm back. I had to go grab the little one who was screeching. She was done with her brothers and dad, so she wanted her mama. But we were talking about the environmental impact. To be completely honest, I didn't really care initially. I throughout my life, I really haven't cared too much. And as I got involved in the cloth diapering community, that's tends to be more of an environmentally conscious community. So I was learning how my life impacts those around me. And I have been taking steps to living a better, greener life. And if you think about it, diapering is such a huge one. We have disposable diapers in our landfills. The very first ones ever are still in our landfills. It can take up to 500 years for a disposable diaper to decompose. And if you think about what happened 500 years ago, we could have Isaac Newton's diapers in our landfills if he was diapered in disposable diapers. And that's just not really the kind of legacy that I want to leave for my kids. And getting involved in that community really helped me to change my mindset. And so this is my journey on living a little bit more of a green life and challenging myself to do better things. And this is to help other people, especially with cloth diapering, if they're interested, to get them interested or to expose them that they can do it too. So thank you for joining me and my little baby girl. And I really hope you learned something or you're challenged to be a little bit better. And just remember that today's Remember that today is a great day to do a little change.